Rob Kardashian, the quiet, seemingly shy brother of America's most famous reality TV family. For a long time, he was viewed as the exception to the Kardashian rule, the one who didn't crave the spotlight, who wasn't addicted to the hustle of fame. But now, fresh allegations suggest that his laid-back persona might be hiding some serious parenting gaps. Even more startling, it appears that Rob may be letting his own family run the show when it comes to his daughter, Dream, all while Blac Chyna, real name Angela White, pushes back. These claims go beyond simple parenting disagreements. They delve into rumors of manipulation, opportunism, and a strategy from the Kardashian-Jenner clan to secure their brand's future through the youngest generation. With Chyna speaking out, one question stands out. Is this all part of Kris Jenner's calculated plan, or is Rob truly unable to care for his daughter in the way he promised he would? Rob Kardashian didn't always have this cloud of controversy around him. Compared to his sisters, he seemed uninterested in fame. Early on, many fans saw him as a breath of fresh air, a kind of grounded, easygoing figure who was free from the usual scandal. When Dream was born, the public hoped Rob would break the Kardashian mold, that he'd be a private, hands-on father who avoided the cameras. For a moment, it looked like he might succeed in giving Dream a normal childhood. But the family's influence runs deep, and new leaks suggest that the dream of Rob being the perfect dad may have been just that, a dream. It wasn't simply about photos on social media or cameo appearances on the family's reality show. Observers started picking up on the possibility that Rob wasn't with Dream as often as people assumed. And while some were quick to blame his ongoing mental and physical health struggles, others saw something more orchestrated at play. But if Rob wasn't the super dad we'd been led to believe, who was stepping in to fill his place? That's where Blac Chyna's recent statements come into focus. She's accused Rob of barely spending time with their daughter, handing off parental duties to his sister Khloe. While co-parenting arrangements can vary widely, Chyna hinted that she never agreed to let the Kardashians take over. If Dream ended up under Khloe's roof more often than at Rob's place, it wasn't Chyna's doing, it was Rob himself dropping her off. Chyna has traveled a complicated road, battling the Kardashians in court and dealing with an onslaught of public criticism. Despite it all, she has rarely lashed out about their involvement in Dream's life. But recently, her tone changed, and the reason became clear. She believes her child is being exploited for the Kardashian brand. For a family notorious for leveraging their personal lives into lucrative ventures, these allegations aren't so far-fetched. Chyna's point is simple. Dream is Rob's daughter, and thus part of the Kardashian lineage, a powerful selling point. According to Chyna, Kris Jenner spotted a golden opportunity to spotlight Dream, with Rob merely playing along from the sidelines. Yet Khloe's cozy, over-the-top role in Dream's life wasn't the only shocker. There was another figure who took everyone by surprise. Khloe Kardashian is no stranger to meddling in her siblings' relationships, especially Rob's. Whenever Rob has faced difficulties, emotional, financial, or otherwise, Khloe has often been the first to speak up. But with Dream, many observers felt Khloe was blurring the lines between aunt and guardian. One comment in particular went viral, Khloe referring to herself as a third parent to Dream. The backlash was instant. Critics accused her of overstepping boundaries and undermining Chyna's role as Dream's mother. But, surprisingly, Chyna defended her at first. She acknowledged that Rob and Khloe were extremely close, so naturally, Dream would also be close to her aunt. That goodwill only lasted so long. Over time, Dream's presence in Khloe's home became so constant that people began to assume Dream actually lived with Khloe full-time. Then came the brand deals, social media posts, and a wave of marketing that made Dream look like a fixture of Khloe's personal universe. But Khloe wasn't the only unexpected person claiming a role in Dream's life. In a twist nobody saw coming, Tristan Thompson stepped forward, and it had everyone asking, why him? Tristan Thompson has had his fair share of negative press, mostly tied to his messy on-off relationship with Khloe. Between cheating scandals and heated paternity suits, he's become a lightning rod in the Kardashian circle. Yet nothing prepared. Fans for the day he casually referred to Dream as his daughter, seemingly out of the blue. People were stunned. How could Tristan claim to be a father figure to Dream when he'd reportedly neglected or distanced himself from some of his own children? In one well-known scandal, Tristan allegedly tried to avoid acknowledging he had fathered a child with Marilee Nichols. DNA tests forced him to confront the truth, but by then, many saw him as an absentee dad who only admitted responsibility under legal pressure. So why was he suddenly parading around, calling Dream his daughter? Some speculate it was a strategic, move, a way to insinuate himself further into the Kardashian family, or maybe even gain clout by aligning with the brand's future generation. Others think it's part of a bigger plan that Kris is orchestrating, ensuring that Dream remains tethered to the Kardashian-Jenner machine, no matter how fragmented Rob's role becomes. But this isn't the only sign the family's been monetizing. Dream's name. A legal battle over trademarks soon came to light, revealing just how far they'd go to profit from her identity. In a move that raised eyebrows everywhere, Kris Jenner and her daughters tried to trademark Dream's name for an entire range of products, everything from clothing lines to beauty and toys. The bizarre part? They reportedly never consulted Blac Chyna. Court documents showed Rob had signed off on it, but it appears Chyna learned about the deal only after the legal filings were in motion. It was a direct hit to Chyna's rights as a parent. She successfully blocked the trademark attempts, arguing that her daughter's identity shouldn't be used as a money-making machine without her consent. For critics of the Kardashian-Jenner approach to family business, this was proof of the ongoing pattern: treat each child's name like a potential brand extension. Usually, the sisters themselves are the ones trademarking their kids' names for future ventures. But Dream's situation felt distinct because it showcased Rob's minimal involvement, or perhaps inability to stand up against the unstoppable force that is Kris. Still, this wasn't the first time Chyna clashed with the Kardashian legal team. She'd already waged a major battle in court, only to face a crushing defeat. A few years ago, Chyna filed a highly publicized defamation suit against Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Khloe, and Kylie, accusing them of sabotaging her reality show and tarnishing her reputation. Though it brought scandalous details to light, Chyna ultimately lost. Many observers felt the legal system favored the Kardashians, given their deep pockets and media influence. Some speculate that the lawsuit's failure may have emboldened Kris and her daughters to double down on controlling Dream's narrative. In their eyes, Chyna had less leverage after the verdict. If Chyna couldn't prove defamation in court, maybe they believed she couldn't stop them from pushing Dream into the spotlight either. But that's where they underestimated Chyna's resolve. Unlike business disputes or reality show drama, a person's child is non-negotiable. When it comes to Dream, Chyna has made it clear she's willing to protect her daughter at all costs, even if it means taking on the Kardashian juggernaut again. Yet, while the legal dust settled, one major question lingered. Where was Rob during all these battles? And why wasn't he defending his own parental rights more actively? Amid these controversies, Rob Kardashian's silence grew deafening. He rarely shows up in public, and on social media, there are more photos of Dream than of Rob himself. Yet many are posted by Kris or Khloe. This has led to rampant rumors about Rob's well-being. Whispers around Hollywood suggest he's struggled with depression, weight fluctuation, and possible addiction behind closed doors. One rumor claimed he'd once OD'd on prescription painkillers and alcohol, forcing Kris and Khloe to rush to his side. While unverified, the story points to what might be a hidden crisis. If he's dealing with serious personal battles, it could explain why he hasn't been the present, hands-on father some imagined he'd be. In the meantime, Kris and Khloe appear to have taken the reins over Dream's upbringing. The consistent message from Chyna is that these family members are using their wealth and power to shape Dream's public persona, pushing deals, endorsements, and appearances that Rob can't or won't fully control. If Rob is in no place to resist Kris's plans, does that mean Dream is forever locked into the Kardashian brand machine? The deeper you dig, the more suspicious it all becomes. For years, Kris Jenner has reigned as the mastermind of the Kardashian-Jenner empire, earning a reputation for turning personal stories into profit. According to industry chatter, she's not only mapped out each daughter's path to stardom, but is also eyeing the next generation, her grandkids, to keep the brand alive. Dream is unique among Kris's grandchildren because she's the only one carrying the actual Kardashian surname. In an era when the family's reality show has been on for decades, Kris might see Dream as an invaluable asset, ensuring that the Kardashian name itself continues as a marketable entity. But Blac Chyna stands in the way of that plan by fighting for Dream's privacy, blocking unauthorized trademarks, and speaking out about exploitation. She's forcing Kris and Khloe to slow down. This conflict is more than a personal grudge. It's a battle over how a child is presented to the world. Still, is there a chance that Kris genuinely cares for Dream and wants to ensure she has opportunities? Or is this purely a strategic move to preserve the Kardashian empire for another generation? Observers remain split, and social media is on fire with debates over whether Chyna is the problem or Kris is pulling all the strings. Regardless, the big question persists. Can Blac Chyna truly protect Dream from the brand's unstoppable momentum? Rob Kardashian's once-lauded reputation as a private, caring father is coming apart at the seams. Blac Chyna's pushback reveals a disturbing possibility that the Kardashians may view Dream as less of a child and more of a long-term marketing investment. While Khloe and Kris claim they're just stepping in to give Dream stability, critics argue they're actually fast-tracking her into the public eye for the family's financial gain. Meanwhile, Rob remains quiet, whether due to personal struggles, pressure from Kris, or a combination of both. He hasn't stepped forward to challenge the narrative or defend Dream's right to a childhood away from the cameras. And Tristan Thompson's sudden claim of paternal devotion, despite ignoring some of his own kids, only adds another layer of confusion. In the end, the fate of Dream Kardashian hangs in the balance between a mother determined to protect her, child's privacy, and a powerful family driven by global brand ambitions. Will Dream be swept into the Kardashian spotlight against Chyna's wishes, or can Chyna carve out a normal life for her daughter? Let's hear your thoughts. Is this truly about Dream's well-being, or is it a well-orchestrated plan by Kris and Khloe to keep the brand alive? Has Rob simply surrendered to the family machine, or is he dealing with burdens too heavy to handle? Alone? Share your take in the comments below, and don't forget to watch our next deep dive into the Kardashian empire's influence on celebrity culture. Until then, stay curious about the stories lurking beneath the surface, because sometimes what glitters isn't always gold.